Is this even Earth?
And each one of these models possess a very...
Destination after Monument Valley was the Slack Canyon, Peekaboo Canyon in Kanab, Utah. And while it was a little bit of a hike, it was totally worth it.
Hello! Have you ever been to a slot canyon?
I didn't even know what a slot was. It's very pink and very rocky. It's a lot of rocks and like slall passages. I feel like it's very adventurous and I feel like it's very untouched and raw. It's beautiful.
It's also very slotty.
Slotty canyon. Oh my God. It's made for me. I shouldn't say that.
I'm loving the way she looking inside of a new swimsuit. Then she unbuttoned the back too with a buckle on the side of the thigh with a tattoo. I would kill just to see her strutting them high heels. I'm exaggerating. Yeah, I know. Stop.
This is your first non-beach location.
I know. Last year it was the opposite. It was all water everywhere. Now we have no water. We're thirsty.
She's always been able to shoot with water. This year we gave her a sea of sand instead. But one thing that remained the same is the dream team of James Macari and Nina Agdal.
Come up more on this slide up here.
This is their 4th year shooting together.
And then bring the eye to me. Bring the face.
2 years ago, James Macari called it.
Yesterday we saw something pretty amazing. We saw Nina, I think, become a supermodel. She was incredible. Some of the best images I think I have, and one of the best mornings I had taking photographs.
Bad. No, I think it's thanks to you. Good team.
And that continued the next year when he shot her for the cover.
Getting the cover for Sports Illustrated Swimsuit 2014 made a huge difference for me, both for my personal life and for my career. It's just opened so many doors, so that has just been crazy. And just the fact that people recognize me on the street now is just, you know, it's new to me, but it's so fun. Everybody has been so positive and so nice about it.
Ah, you're here!
I can tell why they've always done landscapes here. And I was just telling MJ, not a lot of peoplescapes because the light is really tough. Directly above, orange kick, and lots of shadows. That's dark over there. Light changed already.
Let's change class. Yeah. 24, stand by.
What's going on?
Light moves. The rock is now blue instead of orange. It's like, wow, it's no longer orange rock, it's blue rock. So we're gonna go find a different area.
It was a bit challenging with the light in Peekaboo Canyon because there was much light to work with.
Oh, that light is just right on top of her.
James tried to make the best out of it. He pulled out a flash. He tried to reflect some of the sunbeams that was in there.
The landscape is set perfectly for Nina and the bathing suit, so I just have to figure out the light. Everything else is gonna take care of itself. All right, MJ, when you're ready. Nice, gorgeous, Nina. Beautiful, don't you? Nice, Nina, beautiful.
I think we made it work. It was very different from what I'm used to with Sports Illustrated, but I believe it's gonna be amazing. Let's go! Where are we going? The pink sand dunes. We're excited.
And how are you getting there?
By these little fancy cars. They had these racers that would take us out to the coral pink sand dunes.
I will go fast.
I want you to go fast.
Okay.
We gotta go fast.
You wanna go fast?
Fun part.
Okay.
We drove with these gentlemen that was just into it, and they had no fear.
Bye!
That was honestly one of my favorite parts about this shoot. You would fly like 5 feet up in the air, and it was so much fun. We started shooting, and it was more movement because I could move around in the sand, where the rocks you kind of had to work with them and make shapes. This was more just about me being sexy.
Yeah, gorgeous. Wow.
Right there. Little smile in the eyes there. There's that smile.
Is the sun gone? I don't think it's gone yet. It's not gone yet. We can still do more. More. More fringes for you. It's the year of the fringes.
Good luck.
I just got to Bryce Canyon, and I have to say, this is spectacular. How are we gonna get this in the photo? Are they gonna make me fly or something? Give me a pair of wings.
Oh man, so big.
700 feet. Feels good.
Okay, MJ, so this morning we're dealing with that massive hole back there.
Yeah, it's problematic. We're here in like the most beautiful places, but the scale, it's just so vast that you can't really fit it into one shot.
If you concentrate on one, you lose the other. If you concentrate on the girls, then you lose America. And then if you put them equally together, they both kind of counter each other out. I'm gonna go 411, 320.13 so I can get more depth.
Not to mention the sheer drop-off.
Yeah, and we can't get her too close because the park ranger told us there's a 100-foot drop-off over there.
I love that we're surrounded by fence. Makes me feel so safe up here.
So,
it's unsurvivable.
It is unsurvivable, according to him.
She's from Denmark, so it's totally cool.
She's a dame.
I love when you use that excuse for everything. Like, she's from Denmark. She won't die.
Yeah.
She's living like, go over a cliff and she'll survive. She'll get wings.
Nina's just great. She's sort of our angel that we had to put through a little hell to get what we needed. Let me give you a little preview.
You're gonna freeze your rear end now.
I am? You should join me.
That's all right.
It's Antarctica cold. It's chilly.
In Fahrenheit, it's 28. In degrees Celsius, it's -2, which is almost like a freezer where you put your ice cream. So imagine me in that, wearing this or smaller. This was happening in a freezer.
Sacrificing one for the team.
You all right, Nina? Yeah. And she's freezing, so we gotta go quick. Just cover her up for 2 seconds, guys.
This is my favorite part about shooting with you guys. I know. There's so many snuggles, free hugs, and so much love. It's almost too much. I get so emotional.
Swimsuit has evolved into something that's not for the faint of heart. But luckily Nina could care less. She's happy to take the robe off.
When I put the horizon line back there, it actually kind of works with the horizon line.
Oh, yes, it does, doesn't it?
Okay, can we do this?
Ready? Yeah.
All right, now we're talking. Nice, Nina, beautiful.
When it's cold, I just try to think about how you want to get this shot to be beautiful. Like, you don't want to go out here and be cold and then get nothing out of it. You want to go out and get something gorgeous out of it, because otherwise you would just waste it. So I go out there and I'm like, just deal with it. You'll be warm later. That's what I think about.
If she's up for it, all that matters. James is amazing.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
He narrowed his focus to about 1/4 of what the canyon is.
That's beautiful.
And we got it. Boom. Perfect. Exactly what we needed.
Natural beauty.
So we got the shot overlooking the canyon, but we still had a little bit of an adventure waiting below.
Have you been told what we're doing, Nina?
I actually haven't, but I like it that way. I like surprises. That way I'll just show up and do my best.
I think we're hiking down to the bottom of the canyon.
Is that what we're doing?
That's right.
It's going to be a good hike. We got about 600 to 700 feet of elevation going down, plus distance. We're going to be anywhere from a mile to 4 or 5.
It's always an adventure.
Have you been told what we're doing, Nina?
I actually haven't, but I like it that way.
I think we're hiking down to the bottom of the canyon.
Is that what we're doing?
That's what I heard.
In Uggs?
In Uggs.
Just going down for a little walk.
MJ, are we hiking? I think so. Should I wear hiking boots or Uggs? Like counted as hiking?
You're okay. You're going to be hiking a mile and a half up and down.
Is this proper attire for that?
How slick's the bottom of your boots?
You want to see them?
Yeah, you should have traction. You should be okay.
I'm good?
Yep.
If not, you'll save me.
Well, maybe.
It was quite a hike.
We're hiking.
I was not wearing hiking boots, and they had to go down a steep hill. It was literally like this.
This is scary.
They forgot the fence.
What you don't realize is how narrow the hiking trails are, which is about, you know, a donkey's width. There's not a lot of margin for error, so one false step and it's hello hoodoos.
We're like really going down there.
Right.
We're YOLO.
That's cool. We get to the switchback portion of the hike. And switchbacks are for a reason. It's because if you don't do switchbacks, you're going to slide on your butt all the way down into the canyon. And it's not the easiest thing to do when you're transporting a ton of gear.
Is this way better?
I think we all knew how much it was going to suck coming back up again, but I don't think anyone cared because the reward and the payoff was totally worth it.
Turn a little bit. Just like that, that's perfect. Hold that just for a few like that.
I always love to do something that's a little more frisky and risky.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Pretty. Oh, that's nice.
When I feel like I have a great pose happening and everybody is, you know, screaming and happy.
Yeah, gorgeous. Wow.
For a few right there.
That's when you know everything is good, and that's when I get really excited because I just want, you know, beautiful pictures.
Oh my God. Yes, that's amazing.
That was amazing. Nina did an amazing job. Everyone did an incredible job. The crew. This is not easy. This is not for the weak. Red rock, dryness, steep hills.
You killed it. Like always, and
Best.
everybody did here. I would do it again in a couple of years.
I'll take a year off and go to the beach.
Yeah?
1 year off, 1 year off.
But as human beings, the color of their hair or as they are on the outside.
And that